I've been having a lot of problems of late with possums. Being winter, there's a lot less food around for them, so they have been focused on my garden and my fruit trees, and even the enclosures that I've made to protect the garden. They've been using their teeth to rip into them and finding ways in, digging around, and yeah, they're pretty resourceful, and they'll just keep going and going. So they've got into a lot of things in my garden. They've wrecked a lot of my fruit trees. I'll take you in and show you what the damage that they've done. But in this country, because they're in native wildlife, you can't actually kill them. There's a lot of restrictions on what you can do, so I've been trapping them and kind of moving them. There's some that have been living under my house and even gotten the walls, so I'm trying to trap those and get them out. The worst thing that could happen is that they die on the walls and just stink up the place. So I've been trapping them, moving them out. I grew up in New Zealand where you could actually kill them and eat them, which I have actually eaten possum. It's not too bad, but you can't do it here. A lot of restrictions here. So I've been moving those, and it's a bit of an annoyance because I spend a lot of time using the quail manure to grow a lot of the garden, and then these predators come in and just rip it up. And even at night, I know the possums can smell the food in the quail cage at night, so they will walk around and just annoy the quail too. So to actually see if I can move some of them out of the garden and teach them a lesson is where I'm at. But I'll just show you what the damage that they've done in the garden. So on this fruit tree here, I put a bit of a barricade, but they worked a way to climb up, and they've been ripping the outside. Sort of protected these leaves mostly. There's a few caterpillars that got in there, but you can tell, came out one night and I could just hear this ripping sound, and they were on the end of it. Just the possum was just ripping it, and you can see it. This one, I had some cover on this, but the plant just got too big. The tree got too big, and I couldn't contain it anymore. So it couldn't be protected, and then you can see they just got in and they just rip it. They shred it. You can hear them tearing it if you catch them. Yeah, this one was a young one. It's still got some fruit in it, but that's kind of gone bad and ripped off. That one wasn't protected, so I have to protect it. That one in particular they love. They just leapt off the fence and actually snapped the whole top off it with their body weight. So I've actually blocked that one off now fully. This lime tree they don't seem to care about. It's weird. They don't seem to be interested in it, but this one's been just totally smashed. Look at the tops of that. This lemon tree, the tops are just gone. And there was one branch, because this is down the side of the house, one branch that just grew straight up and way up in the sky, and they've managed to climb up that and just rip it off. And it was there, it was one night. Most of this was done in one night, the whole tops, maybe 2 nights before I was able to do anything about it. And the thing with the fruit, this one's about ready to come off, is when you think it's ready, if you don't take it, so I'm going to take that one today, they will come out and rip it off and half eat it. I don't think they particularly like it, but they'll half eat it and just ruin it, and then drop it on the ground. They'll slowly eat it over the next few days if you just leave it. So I've still got some fruit on there, so I'm going to take that off. But yeah, the damage is horrendous. This tree will be okay. I just need to remove some of the possums, and then when summer comes and it warms up and I put more manure around from the quail, yeah, it'll recover and I'll get more lemons off it. But yeah, they're unbelievable. Even the tree up there, they've gotten to the top of it. You can see the top's been stripped. Looks like strong wind, but I know it's possums get up there. So that's where I'm at, trying to deal with pesky rodents. So here's the possum trap. Now what I'm going to do is, I've got an apple. You can open it one end, but the idea is I use my hand to open this, and there is a little clip, catches down there, just holds it up, and it will elevate this pad, and the apple, which I should have put in post, will be at that end. Possum comes in from this end and heads down, puts pressure on that, and then that will close very solidly the door. What I do is I also put some cardboard on this and something on top of this, because I have seen that possums come up and they get their little paws in they try to pull it over to them, and they can kind of nibble at it. This forces them to go up the other end. So that's just something that I do. So I'm going to go, it's not that hard to set. I'm going to go put this under the house to try to get the one that's in the wall that I can hear all day long, and then I can move them and see what happens. So I've just wedged that back end against the brick column so the cardboard will stay there, and I think they're living up in here somewhere. So I'm going to come back in a couple of hours and hopefully I've caught one of them, if there are more than one, and then we'll deal with them. So I've just set the trap right outside the quail cage. You can see the birds resting there. So the possum will come along and hopefully we'll catch it within an hour, and he won't be annoying the birds anymore and won't be wrecking my garden. It didn't take too long. Have to be careful of those claws. They've got me a few times, and they can bite, but I'm not going to be annoying the quail anymore. So I will move this, not very far because I'm not allowed to, but this should hopefully give it a bit of a fright and it won't keep coming around here.